This is not a love story. She was his physical insecurity, the nagging in the back of his mind that told him he could never be loved. She told him he didn't look like the other kids and laughed at his belly. She pinched his red rosy cheeks as he left the house and whispered in his ear that it was all his fault, that he wasn't worthy of affection. She held his hand and pulled him down a road of self-loathing. This is not a love story. She was his artistic insecurity, the crippling block that robbed him of creativity. She told him no one would like what he made, that he'd never be good enough, and told him to give up. She laughed each time he stumbled and told him it was his fault. Boys weren't meant to be artistic anyway, were they? She held his hand and led him down a path to find a realistic job. This is not a love story. She was his social insecurity. With icy breath, she said, "Don't open your mouth, you'll only embarrass us. You're more interesting online anyway." She took his voice, told him not to be annoying, and made him feel alone. He believed that being liked was the most important thing of all, but that it was impossible for him. She took his hand and led him down a path of isolation. This is not a love story. And together they made him feel alone and unworthy, turned him into someone that didn't really love himself. But as he was dragged down by his insecurities, a hand reached out. They provided unrestrained friendship, genuine connection, and authentic love for who he was. And slowly, she disappeared. People he never knew rallied around him and loved what he made, their support pushing him forward. He learned to love his creations once again, and slowly, she disappeared. And when he least expected it, he learned that he could be loved exactly how he was. That he didn't need to change or fit a self-prescribed mold. And slowly, she disappeared. Because even though he couldn't do it himself, eventually time put the right people into his path. They helped turn this chapter into one of self-love. You are worthy, you are enough, and you are attractive exactly how you are. What's your self-love story?